Hi there, my name is Rosie from Rosie's Online Piano Studio. Um, Today we're going to talk about major scales and how to establish which sharps we have in a major scale. Now in previous videos I have shown you how to figure out a scale just using steps and half steps, which is truly magnificent and interesting and awesome. But today we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of key signatures. I'm only going to do major scales today. In other videos we will have a look at minor scales and we will look at relative minors and all of that good stuff. And once we're done, you'll always be able to figure it out. So let's start with our major scales. I'm going to start by just reviewing a little bit. In a previous video we spoke about the circle of fifths, which is a beautiful little, I like to call it a summary of the music galaxy with all the keys, major, minor, and the sharps and flats. If you'd like to know more about that, if the schematic confuses you, then please have a look at the video about the circle of fifths. Some people memorize the circle of fifths, some people just keep it handy, and this is how they know which sharps and flats are in a scale. But you don't always have that with you, so I like you to know how to do it yourself. We spoke in a previous video about the key signature. Now the key signature is right here, you know, where you have the treble clef or the bass clef on a piece of music and the time signature. Well, between the clef and the time signature you have the key signature, which shows you which sharps or flats are on your piece. Now the order of the sharps are always the same, and this is absolutely important to be able to use the method I'm going to show you. The sharps will always be in this order: F sharp first, then C sharp, then G sharp, then D sharp, then A sharp, then E sharp, and then B sharp. Now remember, if you are drawing your own or writing your own key signature, it has to be this top F sharp when you draw the key signature. It cannot be the F sharp down here. Now what's good about this is when you read music, if you see one sharp, you always know it's F sharp, and if you see two, you know it's F sharp and C sharp. So we have this really awkward little rhyme that we use. No one's been able to improve on it as far as I know, which is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. That's just a little acronym for us to remember the order of the sharps. I'm just going to quickly look at the flats because I'm not going to be doing flats and majors today. The flats are in the order, you just reverse the rhyme: battle ends and down goes Charles's father. And that, to all the wise guys out there, is why no one's been able to improve on this acronym, because it has to work backwards as well. If you come up with something better, please let me know. All right, now let's get into the meat and potatoes of today. Major keys, in major keys, some major keys have sharps, some have flats, some have nothing. People often get confused about which keys have sharps and which keys have flats. Now again today, and I should have said this at the beginning, I'm only looking at major keys that contain sharps. Those are the only ones we're going to look at today. Now this step is often missed in music education, and students are often left wondering whether a key contains sharps or flats. Well, let me show you. There are two exceptions to what I'm going to show you, and that is C major and F major. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. Now you'll notice that all of these ones over here, all of these have a letter name, D, E, G, A, B. They do not contain a sharp in their name or a flat in their name. When you see just the letter name with no sharp or no flat, and it's a major key, they're going to contain sharps. There are only two keys that contain a sharp in their name, and that is F sharp and C sharp major. They obviously too contain sharps. Flats, easy peasy lemon squeezy, they contain the word flat in their name. If you have a flat major, you know that you are going to be dealing with flats. Now there are two exceptions to this rule. Every rule tends to have its exceptions. One is C major. Why is it an exception? Well, you'd think C doesn't have a sharp or a flat next to it. You'd think that it should have sharps, but no, it has no sharps and no flats. C major has no sharps and no flats. The other one that is an exception is F major. F major, there's no sharp, there's no flat. Oh, it should be a sharp, right? Wrong. F major has one flat. F major has a B flat. I'm going to review. I'm sorry to those who are fast or who know this, feel free to forward. But a lot of students have trouble with this. To know whether a major key contains sharps or flats, you look at the name of the key. If the name of the key, the letter name, contains a flat, B flat major, E flat major, A flat major, and so forth, then it will have flats, and we will use the method for flats, which I will show you in the next video. If the name of the key either has no accidental, fancy word, I should have an alert for fancy words. Accidental means a sharp, a flat, or a natural. Fancy word. If it contains no accidental, or if it contains an accidental that is a sharp, then you are going to use the method that I will show you for key signet, for major keys that contain sharps. Okay, let's see. All right, let's get on to the next step. All right. C major, as we said, contains no sharps. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, right? Before I show you my method, I'm just going to show you a couple of scales so you see what they work, how they work on sheet music. So if you had a piece in the key of C major, you would have nothing over here. C major, you would have nothing. You'd have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No sharps, no flats. If you were in the key of G major, you would have one sharp, F sharp. What would that look like over here? Well, you'd have an F sharp, and it would look like this: G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like that. And because you have the sharp there, this one would be a sharp. Right. But now if you are asked to play the scale of A major, for example, and you don't know what sharps are in it, and you don't have time to use steps and half steps to figure out, well, that's where my method is going to come in handy. Let's get started. Let's say we want to find, play the scale of A major. Well, step number one, find A on the keyboard. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Step number two, go down a half step. Go down a half step. What do we find there? What we find there is G sharp. We're going to use the diatonic semitone. What does that mean? Uh-oh, big word alert. Diatonic. I will discuss these in a different video. Diatonic means a different letter name. We are not going to say we found A flat. We are going to say that we found G sharp. 3. Go to a rhyme. Father Charles goes. Goes. G. Oh, that's what I had over here. Goes. That's where we're going to major has F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Father Charles goes. The key signature will look like this. F, C, G, F. Oopsie daisy, that's not a C. Oh my goodness. I was just testing you. F, C, G. That's what my sister always says. She's a teacher. Just say you were testing them. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. Let's test that. A major scale. Okay, let's do a different one. Let's do a really, actually I'll do an easier one first. This is a good one. Let's do B major. We're going to do B major. To those of you who get it, I'm just going to be doing examples from here on forth. I don't believe I'll be adding anything particularly new, but I will be looking at F sharp major, which is a doozy, so you might want to stick around for that. For the rest of us, let's continue. B. Step 1. Find B on the piano. B. Step 2. Go down a diatonic semitone. That means this key could be A sharp or B flat. We want A sharp, a different letter name than B. Step number 3. Go to your rhyme. Father Charles. Now watch out. We know we're going to stop. Father Charles goes down and there is our A sharp. Stop. B major has 5 sharps. It has Father Charles goes down and the same in the bass clef. Let's see if that works. We'll start on this B for B, C. Father Charles goes down. E, F, G, A, B. Let's see if it works. Yes, indeed it does. All right, now let's have a look at C sharp major. If you can do C sharp major, then you get this. See if you can stay one step ahead of me. We're going to have a look at C sharp major. Step number 1, say it with me. Find it on the keyboard, C sharp. Step number 2, say it with me. Go down a, oopsie daisy. Go down a diatonic semitone. And we have, I hope you've been paying attention. We have B sharp. Okay, I'm going to stop for a moment because this confuses a lot of people. So this key that we have right here, this one, I'm going to, I'll show you. I guess I'll have to show you over here. This key over here can either be C or it can be B sharp. B sharp because it's a half tone above B. These are called, big word alert, enharmonic. And I'm not going to spell equivalence because my handwriting is, you know what, now I've got to prove that I can spell it. Enharmonic equivalence. But we are going to use the diatonic of the two, which is B sharp. We will not be using C. All right, let me erase all of this. I hope you get that. I am going to make another video on that, not to worry too much. So step number 2 was go down a half step, a baby step, or a semitone. And what did we find? We found B sharp. Step number 3, say it with me. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. Stop. 5 sharps. Oh no, not 5 sharps. I'm talking rubbish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sharps. Now what is that going to look like on the piano? Let's see. Let me just erase this over here. Oh, I just got a message from my daughter. How lovely. For F sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, Oh, E sharp is a white sharp. E, go up. A baby step. There's our E sharp. B sharp. Oh, another white sharp. Not B, B sharp. See, this one's sneaky. And there's our C sharp. Let's see if that works. Oopsie daisy. Oh! Silly, I was testing you again. That didn't work because I started on F sharp. What a nincompoop I am. Alright, let me show you. I'm going to erase these. I thought to myself, oh my goodness, why isn't that working? We have to start on C sharp. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And erase this one. I should say that I was testing. Voila! C sharp major. So remember, when we're doing this, we have three, oopsie daisy, stop share. We have 3 steps. Oopsie daisy, I did it again. Oh my goodness. Share screen. We have 3 steps. I will type. Step 1. Find key of scale on keyboard. For example, if you are doing A major, you are going to look for A. Step 2. Go down diatonic semitone. For example, if you are doing A major, that would be G sharp. Step 3, go to rhyme and end on the note in step 2. If we were doing A major, this would be A. If we went down a diatonic semitone, this would be D, G sharp. And if we went to a rhyme, it would be Father Charles Goes. And there you have it. I hope you find all my errors amusing. I'm going to say that I was testing you. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. You can find me, here are my deets if you want to take a screenshot. And next time we will be looking at major keys that contain flats. Have a good day.